Have you ever bought one thing and suddenly felt like everything else you owned needed to be replaced? Not because it was broken, not because it stopped working, but because it suddenly felt wrong. Today, we're going to explore a psychological trap that quietly reshapes your spending habits, raises your lifestyle, and often leaves people living paycheck to paycheck. Think about this. You just upgraded your phone, suddenly realize your charger felt outdated, your earbuds, or even your phone case. Maybe you just bought a single new item of clothing. Suddenly, you felt like your entire wardrobe looked bad. Moved into a new apartment, and suddenly everything else seemed old or cheap. If any of these situations sound familiar, you've experienced the Diderot Effect, a phenomenon where one single purchase turns into a chain reaction of buying. It starts out small: a new phone, a new laptop, a new coat, a piece of furniture, sometimes even a new pair of shoes. At first, it feels exciting. The new item seems perfect. The design is sleek, the colors are vibrant, the functionality is smooth. You feel accomplished. But then something strange happens. Your old items suddenly feel inadequate. Your old phone case looks cheap, your charger feels outdated, your earbuds don't match anymore. Your old laptop bag seems worn out. Even things you didn't expect start to feel wrong. Your furniture might feel mismatched, your clothing feels off, your accessories suddenly look outdated. And without realizing it, you begin replacing them, one by one. Maybe it's the headphones, then the cable, then the charger, maybe the laptop sleeve, the backpack, your favorite hoodie. Before you know it, one purchase quietly turns into 5 or 10. The term Diderot Effect comes from a French philosopher called Denis Diderot. In the 1700s, Diderot received a luxurious red robe. It was beautiful, elegant, high quality. But once he wore it, something unexpected happened. His old furniture looked cheap. His desk looked worn. His decorations felt outdated. So he replaced the chair, then the desk, then the rest of the room. Later, he wrote that he had become a slave to the robe. He was no longer the master of his possessions. The Diderot effect is not about greed. It's about human psychology. Humans crave consistency. When one part of life is upgraded, anything else that doesn't match that standard suddenly feels wrong. And that feeling is powerful. It's emotional. It makes perfectly fine items feel inadequate. Modern life gives us endless triggers. A new phone might make your old accessories feel outdated. A new gaming console could make your controllers and headphones feel cheap. A new wardrobe item could make half your closet feel mismatched. Even hobbies are affected. A new bike might make your old helmet, shoes, or gloves feel insufficient. A new camera might make your old tripod or bag seem inferior. Small upgrades seem harmless until they trigger a chain reaction. And social comparison amplifies it. When we see friends, colleagues, or influencers with the latest gadgets, clothes, or furniture, our brains interpret that our possessions are insufficient. That creates subtle pressure. Pressure to match. Pressure to maintain consistency. Soon, spending is no longer about solving problems. It's about protecting an image. Let's take a moment to reflect. Have you ever bought something just because it would fit with something new, even if you didn't need it? That's the Diderot effect at work, and it has serious consequences. Every upgrade seems reasonable on its own, but collectively, they quietly reshape your lifestyle. Expenses rise faster than income, stress increases, freedom decreases. The Diderot effect doesn't directly steal money, it steals margin, the space between what you earn and what you spend. Once that space disappears, saving becomes difficult. Investing feels impossible. Financial freedom feels far away. Let's look at more examples. Imagine a new gaming console. You're excited, but suddenly your old controllers feel inadequate. Your headphones feel cheap. Your desk or chair doesn't match. Before long, you've spent hundreds more. A new apartment? The couch feels wrong. The table looks dull. Even the carpet feels mismatched. You replace everything just to make the new item fit. Hobbies can trigger it too. A new camera makes you want a new bag, tripod, and lenses. A new bike makes you buy matching gloves, helmet, shoes, and clothing. Even small upgrades like a new backpack can lead to a chain reaction. This isn't failure, it's human nature. Imagine giving someone cash versus tapping your card. Which feels worse? This difference is real, defined as the pain of paying. Paying with cash hurts more psychologically because the pain of losing physical money is more intense than tapping a card number. With cards, especially mobile and one-click payments, that pain mostly disappears. No surprise then that people spend more when paying digitally. It's not that people are weak, it's that your brain's emotional response to paying changes. Did you know your brain gets tired just like your body? Every choice you make, from what to eat, to what to wear, to what to click, slightly depletes your mental resources. By the time you've made dozens of decisions in a day, you're more likely to make poor ones, including buying things you don't need. This is called decision fatigue, and it's one reason impulse buying spikes at night or after a long day. Modern marketing doesn't sell products, it sells emotions. Ads don't just tell you what something does, they tell you what it means. They tap into psychological triggers like social status, fear of missing out, belonging, self-identity. This is why we might buy a high-end watch not just for timekeeping, but because it feels like success. And once the purchase is made, that's when another psychological factor kicks in: buyer's remorse. The regret you feel after buying something that wasn't truly needed. Your brain once hyped up the purchase, but once you own it, reality sets in, and that warm feeling fades. And that regret can lead to a dangerous cycle. Buy something, regret it, buy more to feel good again. Repeat. So, how do you stop buying unnecessarily? Here are some science-backed tips. Set a waiting period for purchases. Use cash instead of cards when possible. Avoid browsing stores when tired. Know your triggers and practice awareness. Understanding why we buy is the first step towards spending smarter, not just more. Stop autopilot spending. Define what good enough looks like. Decide in advance the level of comfort that is sufficient. If you don't define it, your environment defines it, and that standard will keep moving upward. Upgrade systems, not appearances. Skills, habits, income. These upgrades don't require matching purchases. They create freedom, not pressure. Ask one honest question before buying. Does this solve a real problem, or does it just protect an image? If it doesn't solve a real problem, you don't need it. Take a moment to reflect. How many times have you upgraded one thing and then spent more on everything else just to make it fit? The Diderot Effect thrives on autopilot. It disappears when you slow down. You don't have to stop buying nice things. You just have to stop letting one purchase decide the rest of your lifestyle. Freedom doesn't come from having more. It comes from needing less. So here's a summary of all we've discussed. We explored the Diderot Effect, how one purchase can trigger a chain reaction of spending, why the brain craves consistency, how modern life and social pressure amplify unnecessary upgrades, and how this slowly erodes financial margin, freedom, and long-term stability. By defining what good enough looks like, slowing down decisions, and focusing on systems instead of appearances, we regain control over spending and protect our future. Pause, reflect, upgrade smartly. Understanding your mind beats any budget hack out there. Don't think about the now. Think about the long game. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.